So, all right. So we got the schedule. So we got the strength of schedule. Now, here's something interesting. I'm going to show you guys something. This is the standard, like the CBS. I got this off CBS, but this is what they say the strength of schedule is, everybody. Okay. So here we go. It looks like they say that the Browns have the hardest schedule. Now, what they're going by, everybody, is last year's record, right? So the teams that they're playing, last year's record, 158 wins to 131 losses. Therefore, they have the hardest schedule. As we know, off seasons change a whole bunch of stuff, right? So you look, here we go. We got the Brownies, we got the Ravens, you got the Steelers. They're up top. The Packers, they have the fourth hardest schedule, tied with the Texans. And you get the Bills and the Giants tied at sixth. The Jags and the Raiders and the Pats are at eighth. The Lions sitting pretty at 11, and here come the Jets, tied, four-way tie with the Cowboys, the Rams, and the Niners. We have the 12th hardest schedule in the NFL. Now, does that spook you? Does that you think? What are your thoughts on that, Tigo? Any thoughts one way or the other?
When I originally saw this, and we talked about it before the show, so I won't spoil that until we get to it. But when I originally saw this, I was like, look, I think that this team can beat any team in the NFL. I truly, truly think that. That being said, I really wanted the schedule to give us a break. Now, the good thing is it still can. Remember last year it was supposed to be it was supposed to be a gauntlet in the beginning and it was supposed to get easy at the end, and it kind of showed up that it was easy at the beginning and then was a gauntlet at the end. You can still have it to where the schedule can be easy in the beginning and a gauntlet at the end, or a gauntlet in the beginning and easy at the end. The schedule makers can still make your life very easy. But with the way that this list is made, I do wish we were a little bit closer to the bottom. Like the Miami Dolphins have technically the tied for 24th easiest schedule in the NFL. And it's just like, why couldn't that be us? Why couldn't we be just a little bit lower on the list?
Yeah, it would seem like we're supposed to be, too. You know what I mean? But remember 2 years ago, in 2022, the Jets started their season playing the AFC North. Remember that? It was the Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Brownies. And we ended up 2-2 out of that. And then we ended up on like what, a 6-game win streak or some crazy thing. We were 7-3. And then we ended up 7-9. So the back end of the season ended up with the Jags and the Seahawks. They kicked our ass. So the Lions, remember? So you never can tell. But so they're saying that we're at 12th. So that's what this says. Now I want you guys to look at something else. Now, as you guys know, facts are facts and numbers are numbers. But Vegas runs the show. Okay, I hate even saying that shit. But it's the truth. Money talks, bullshit walks, right? So look at this one, Tigo. So this is coming out from DraftKings, everybody. This is a little bit different. Projected strength of schedule using NFL win totals at DraftKings, the easiest strength of schedule. The Falcons, the Chargers, and the Jets are third easiest schedule, the toughest, similar to what we saw, the Steelers, Pats, Browns, but the Vikings are in there, which is a little different, right? Let me see. Let me make sure. Where were the Vikings? The Vikings were 16th on the other one. The Chargers were the 27th hardest schedule. So this is
easiest. Yeah.
So that's right in the pocket. But what do you make of this, Tigo? That the Jets are third easiest schedule. What do you think of that?
This is a very interesting one, because the one that we showed before and we talked about this was taking the information that we had from last year and just projecting it onto this year. So I mentioned Miami being at 24th. Well, that's including 2 games against the Jets, right? But that was a Zach Wilson-led Jets, not an Aaron Rodgers-led Jets. Where what Vegas is doing, what DraftKings is doing, is trying to implement strength of schedule based on the pieces that were added to the team, right? And this is where you have to find a nice balance. You have to have both to try to come up with an answer here, because, well, the Jets aren't running into this with the same offensive line that we did last year. We're not running in with the same quarterback room that we did last year, the same wide receiver room, the same running back room. The offense got better at every single position, and even tight end. We didn't add anybody there. We just got rid of CJ and promoted Kenny. Tight end room got better. So again, you have this conversation of who's right. Is it Vegas? And I think you said it perfectly. Vegas, money talks, and they're not going to set these odds. They're not going to do these things based off of just BS that they're pulling out of their butts. They want to win. They want to. Right. They want to take your money. So I think that this is a very interesting. I'm not going to say it's the law. They have the 3rd easiest strength of schedule, but the answer has to be somewhere between DraftKings and the NFL, because the previous report that we showed was the NFL. The answer is somewhere in the middle.
What's up, guys? Matt O'Leary from Talkin' Jets. If you liked that video, please make sure to subscribe and follow for more New York Jets content.